For the second consecutive game, the A's faced a new pitcher for the Twins, somebody that they feel is going to be in their long-range plans in the fairly near future, and that was Scott Baker. Last night it was Francisco Liriano, the hard-throwing left-hander, the youngster, who obviously has great tools, but the A's worked him pretty well and got him out of the ball game relatively early. Baker went 5 innings today in his 7th Major League start. Shows more polish than Liriano. Excellent command, and for 4 innings, all the A's had was a couple of harmless singles. They did make him throw a lot of pitches in the 5th and score 3 times, but when he left after 5, he still had a 4-run lead and wound up winning his 2nd game in his short Major League career. As we mentioned, Kennedy started the day off just fine, getting 1, 2, 3 in the 1st inning, but so did Baker, and the A's did nothing seriously until that 5th frame. But with 1 out in the 2nd inning after 4 batters had been retired by Kennedy, he ran into his first problem in his first engagement with Michael Kadire. Hits one high to left field, and that one is deep. And that is deeper, and that is a home run just to the right of the steps. Kadire's 5th home run this year against the Athletics. And it is 1-0 Minnesota on his 12th of the year.
So he's pitching fastballs, pitching inside. You make a mistake, leave it out over the plate enough, and it can go out. And Joe Kennedy left it about belt high, middle of the plate. And Kadire didn't miss it.
Had a couple of other hard-hit balls in the inning. Terry Tiffy's line drive was stabbed at third by Chavez. And Chris Heinz, a 31-year-old rookie catcher breaking in just 2 weeks ago, lined a double to right, but Kennedy got a strikeout to end the inning and keep it a 1-run ball game. But things unraveled a bit more for him when his command began to slip in the 3rd with 1 out, giving up a walk to Jason Tyner, a walk to Jason Bartlett, and the two executed a double steal after, later they had the double steal. In this instance, a wild pitch had put Tyner at 2nd, and Bartlett's walk put runners at 1st and 2nd. Then Lecroy, with a little squib hit through the right side, loaded the bases, and right now, a double play ball would have been very welcome. And the next hitter, Justin Morneau, hit one on the ground, but not hard enough for 2.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, and a breaking ball bounce to the right side. Ellis to his left got it. He spins. He throws high to 2nd, and Crosby comes down on the bag for the 4th play over there on Lecroy, and Tyner scores from 3rd. Bartlett goes to 3rd. Morneau is safe at 1st, and it's 2-0 Minnesota.
Well, of course, still, as the point with 1 out, you get out of that in pretty decent shape. Kadire was the next batter, and he worked the count to 3-2.
Joe Kennedy with a sign. He's ready. He deals. Here it is. Breaking ball line to the left field line. Trouble at the base hit and going to the wall. Bartlett will score. Morneau is going to 3rd. He will round 3rd. He will score easily. Pulling up at 2nd is Michael Kadire with a 2-run double. And now it's 4-0 Minnesota. And just one of those very tough days for Joe Kennedy.
And by the time he ended the inning, he had thrown 39 pitches in the inning and 73 for the first 3. More trouble in the 4th inning with 1 out when the speedy Nick Punto beat out an infield hit. And then Kennedy gave up his 3rd walk of the day, which was the last batter he would face. That went to Luis Rivas. Coming in was Juan Cruz, who got Tyner on a looking 3rd strike, but a double steal by... I keep wanting to make that double steal. They didn't get the double steal until later. At this point, a hit batsman, Jason Bartlett, was hit by a pitch to load the bases for Lecroy. 2nd time he was up with a threatening situation, and he was ready for what was offered by Cruz.
Kendall sets up outside the pitch. Breaking ball spanked to center, base hit. Punto will score. Rivas behind him comes to the plate. Here's the throw, cut off by Johnson. He throws to 3rd, and the tag, and safe at 3rd is Bartlett. Holding at 1st with a single to center is Lecroy. And now in the 4th inning, it is 6-0 Minnesota.
Well, Cruz stopped it right there, but had more trouble in the 5th when Kadire greeted him with his 3rd hit, a double to left field. With 1 out, it was the aforementioned 31-year-old rookie catcher Heinz, and he was having a pretty fine day himself. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Kadire will round 3rd. Kotze comes in charging, makes the pickup. Here comes the throw. Kadire scores, standing. And Chris Heinz, the 31-year-old rookie catcher, has his 2nd hit of the day. For 4 innings, the A's had managed just 2 harmless singles off Baker. It had nobody beyond first base. Scott Hatterberg single to start the fifth inning, setting up the time for our Margarita King call, brought to you by the Margarita King, the world's only gold medal winning margarita in a bottle, now at Safeway. It was Bobby Crosby at the plate. Ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. Kadire will... Ground ball up the middle, that's a big pitch on the way. Breaking ball line into right center, base hit. Around second is Hatterberg on the way to third. Crosby stops with a single, and the A's got something cooking for the first time today. That was the first pitch that Baker really made an obvious mistake. He hung that breaking ball. And the fans began to come to life because they knew that was the Margarita King call, brought to you by the Margarita King. The world's only gold medal winning margarita is now in a bottle at Safeway. You just say, "King me, baby," and sip responsibly. Now we get back to the action. Nobody out, first and third. But Johnson fouled out after a long 3-2 battle with Baker. Nick Swisher got the run home with a foul fly to left field, a sacrifice fly getting Hatterberg in. Ellis drew the only walk given up by Baker, who is a paragon of control, and that proved to be a bit costly for him because Jason Kendall and his hot bat were waiting. Here it is. Swung, pushed it in the left center field. That's a base hit. That'll roll to the wall. Here's one run in. Here comes the second run around third base, and on the way to the plate is Ellis, scoring after Crosby, a 2-run double for Jason Kendall, and the A's are edging their way back into this one this afternoon. Here in the fifth inning, 7-3 Minnesota.
And you can say all you want about Jason Kendall and his lack of, quote, home run power. You take the doubles and the gas anytime to drive in runs, and that gives him 48 on the season.
Well, it was not the day, though, where the A's pitchers could execute shutdown innings. As Cruz came out to start the sixth, gave up a Luis Rivas single, a single by Tyner. The runners were at first and second. And then with Bartlett at the plate, they executed the double steal. You knew it was coming, didn't you? Eventually that double steal did come. We teased you with it. They got it. Bartlett then was robbed on a nice play by Crosby to hold the runners at second and third and throw him out. But Cruz couldn't find the strike zone and walked Lecroy. Exit Cruz, in comes lefty Ron Flores, and he strikes out the left-handed batting Justin Morneau. So the A's needed one more out to keep this a 4-run ball game. Jay Watasic entered the scene to try to stop Kadire. Swung and ripped down the left field line for a base hit. That'll go into the corner. Here's Tyner in with a run. Going from first to third is Lecroy, and it is 9-3, and the A's can't get the shutdown inning after they scored 3 to get themselves back into the hunt. And the Twins added a 10th run in the 8th inning off Yabu on a hit batsman, a double, an intentional walk, and a force out. The A's by that time down by 7 when they came up in the 8th inning, and working out of the bullpen was Jesse Crane, the third pitcher of the afternoon. And Mark Ellis showed that he's still got that pop at his bat that's been so evident ever since the All-Star break.
Ready for the 1-0 pitch. He delivers. And Mark, it's a fly ball, well hit left center field. Going back, this has a chance, and it's gone. And Mark Ellis rips one to left center field. He stays hot. Leading off in the 8th inning is 11th home run. And now it's a 10-4 ball game.
And that's the way it would end because Crane got the next 3 hitters in that inning, and Juan Rincon came in to pitch a 1-2-3 ninth, and the Athletics were looking at a 3-game deficit in the loss column and 2 games back of the Angels, pending the Angels-Rangers game tonight. The Angels play 2 games before the A's are next in action against the Rangers here on Friday night at 7:05. We'll be back with the scoreboard and the schedule for tonight right after this.